Now, in the manosphere, people have continuously said that women look for providers, for men who are financially stable, who could help to look after them. I, as a liberal, would not argue against that at all. That seems to me just a simple reality. Maybe not for everyone, but there are a lot of women who seem to have that perspective, or seem to at least act in harmony with that, whether or not they would consciously think about it. So the part of the problem we have in society is this deterioration of the middle class means that less men can fulfill that kind of a role in society. And as a result, there's less viable men. Relationships break down. This causes a lot of problems just when it's not merely financial and struggling to buy, a car or groceries or go to see a dentist, when it's actual relationships that are impacted by how this affects men. Now, the problem is that people have, in the conservative side, have championed this as a cause which the Republicans are seen as promoting, and this masculinity, and they're viewed as positive inside this world, and it has appealed to men. But the problem is what they're actually doing is actually undermining all of this. They're making a lot of promises. It sounds nice, but their policies is just ramping up inflation through tariffs, through funneling more and more money to the richest people. Trump actually rolled back wage protections, which Biden had put in place for federal workers, taking their minimum wage from $13 to $17. Trump just took that out so their minimum wage can go back down to $13 again. He's done all kinds of things to attack unions. The tariffs are going to increase inflation, which means that the wages people are receiving is going to go, it won't go as far as it has because things will be more expensive. People need to realize what is occurring. People have an ego, men have an ego, don't want to admit that they were wrong, but at this point, the longer you take to realize that you were wrong, that you were mistaken, that all they are doing is taking advantage of you and trying to use you as cheap labor and as a cheap economic driver for the economy, the longer it takes for you to join the fight against all of this, just the more damage there is going to be. We need everyone on board trying to fight against these problems, which are just exploding and becoming much worse now than it was months ago, and is only going to head downhill from here.